Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. My name is Kate. Now today was meant to be part 2 of my small front garden makeover, but unfortunately this is what it looks like outside at the moment, so that's not going to be happening. So I guess today is just going to be a bit of a interim, between part 1 and part 2 of my garden makeover video. Today I thought I would just share with you the plants that I have bought for my small front garden and the reasons why, and hopefully that will be helpful for someone who maybe has a small garden like myself. And then I also just wanted to talk a little bit about finding joy in the things that we do in life, even just the small sort of daily things that we do in life. So I'm so glad that you're here with me today. I hope you enjoy this video. So what did I end up buying? To give a little bit of context, it is nearing the end of winter in New Zealand now, but my house, around the back of my house, it gets a lot of morning sun, but the front of my house only gets after a little bit of afternoon sun and sort of more dappled light, I guess, in comparison to the back of my house. So I went to these beautiful gardens where they sell lots and lots of different varieties of plants and shrubs and trees, and had some really useful advice from the lady there who grows all of these plants. And they're only $7.50 each, so that was a real steal if you're looking for cost-effective plants. But she gave me advice on what kind of plants are going to do well in that more afternoon sun, or more shade, more sort of dappled light in comparison to full sun type of plants. And the plants that I've got in there at the moment are roses, and yeah, they're beautiful. I also had a really healthy succulent, but they were just not really my kind of plants, and I wanted something a bit more whimsical, a little bit more sort of cottagey, or farmhouse type style. So what I ended up getting was some hydrangeas. So this one here, as you can see, there's nothing really to it at the moment, but this is actually a limelight hydrangea. I'll just show you a picture here, and I will put a photo up of a more developed plant as well. But these hydrangeas are a paniculated, I think it's called. So the head of the flower is actually like a cone shape rather than a round shape of a traditional hydrangea. But I just love hydrangeas. There's so many beautiful varieties that you can get, and this limelight one is when it starts flowering, it's more of a white colour, and then it turns to like a lime sort of shade as it continues to flower. So I'm very aware that these are going to take a while to even be able to flower. Obviously I will need to get them planted, and then I'm not expecting anything that first season over the summer. And maybe even the second summer there might not be anything that comes up flowering wise, but hopefully this very stick-like bush is going to turn into these wonderful flowers here. So I've got one of those, and then on either side of this limelight hydrangea, the lady at the garden centre told me that these oak leaf hydrangeas would be really lovely as well. So a different type of hydrangea, and as you can see the leaf is, it looks like an oak leaf. It's a beautiful sort of deep red colour, reddy brown colour. But these are a paniculated flower as well, so more of a cone shape flower head that will come onto them, and they are white as well. So now they're also a mini version, so they're not going to get too big, which will be perfect for the space that I'm going to put them in. So I'm looking forward to seeing how these are going to look, when they're in full bloom as well. But I'll put some pictures up so that you can see. So 2 of those. So I'm going to have, so 3 hydrangeas in a row. And then these bushes here are a gardenia. And I don't even know what variety of gardenia this is. It was the only one that they had at the garden place that I went to. But this is going to almost go like a border around my hydrangeas, and it has a beautiful scented white flower on it as well eventually. So the lady said that this would do well in a sort of more dappled light situation, and it is an evergreen as well. So over the winter, when maybe things are looking a little bit more sparse, this gardenia is always going to have these lovely shiny green leaves on them, which will just give a bit more interest to my garden. So I got 6 of these, and I will just plant them strategically across the front of the border, just to give a little bit of extra flowers and a little bit of extra interest to the whole area. And I was actually quite happy with the plants that I chose, because I actually have chosen within a similar family. So the gardenia and the hydrangea, and actually the Daphne plant that I have as well, are all within a similar family of plants where they like more acidic type soil. This is all just stuff that I'm learning along the way. I'm no expert here, so I've been doing a lot of research as well. But the lady at the plant shop recommended this particular fertilizer. You're probably going to see it backwards, but it's for gardenias, azaleas, and roses, but can be used for hydrangeas and rhododendrons, camellias, blueberries as well. So they all love more acid type soil rather than really alkaline. So I got that as a feed, fertilizer supplement. So that will be good. And then also, when you are transplanting any kind of plant, if you're moving a plant to a different area, or you're putting a new plant into the ground, like I will be doing, then this was recommended to me. It's called Sea Sol, and it's a seaweed solution, but it can just really just help to nourish the roots and make the plants a little bit more happy and thrive better once you have put them into the ground. So I will give them a little feed of that as well. And that is what I will be planting in my garden. So I'm looking forward to having some nice weather next weekend, hopefully, and I will be able to get these plants, put into the ground, and hopefully just see some, really encouraging growth and thriving over the next months as this weather turns from winter into spring, and hopefully I won't kill them. So I'm not going to waffle on here, but one thing I just wanted to, just to maybe get you thinking about is, what brings you joy in your day-to-day life? Because one of the things that I have certainly discovered, since I've been taking all of these plants out and just, being out in the fresh air and in the sunlight, and just being creative and thinking up something new, and bringing about a positive change, albeit very small. It's my front garden, but it really has just really filled my tank, and I've found a little bit of joy just in this very, very small change. And I think you can do the same, and it's really important for us to be just thinking about, well, what are these things that bring me joy, that fill me up, that inspire me. Because for sure, just day-to-day life and just everything that's going on in the world, and us just working through our own traumas and things that have gone on or are going on, they can be really, really wearing. And I just think it's really lovely to just find things that give us a bit of, purpose, and give us a bit of joy and fill our tanks. So for me, that has been, just doing a bit of gardening, and that's really, really simple. It's really easy. And I just really hope that, you can maybe find something that brings you a bit of joy as well. And it might be, knitting, or doing a pottery class, or, just maybe going out and having a run or something like that. But yeah, just for all of these things in life that drag us down and, can feel so burdensome and wearing, it's just really nice to find something that, gives you a little bit of excitement and a little bit of joy. So yeah, I hope that encourages you, just gets you thinking about maybe something new that you can do that's going to bring you a little bit of joy. Thanks for being here, everyone. I hope you have a super blessed week. Please make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you have enjoyed it, and hit the subscribe button. I would love for you to be part of this community, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.